Welcome back, everybody. The History Guy here. We are on to Secure River, which is the next battle in Legendary Mode on the Union campaign of Ultimate General Civil War, and we're picking up right where we left off at the end of Shiloh. So you can see we're in pretty rough shape, but for the first time I've got a decent amount of resources available to me to put together our army. So first things first, replacing that division commander with at least a brigadier general, so I'll have them now. We're also going to go ahead and use General Grant, who we've been given, as a replacement for our 2nd Corps. Now, we're not going to be using the 2nd Corps in the upcoming fight or the next few, I don't think. But let's take a look real quick at Secure River. I think we take 12 brigades into this one. It's a relatively small map. And as of now, the enemy has 13,790 soldiers and 44 guns, though he's probably going to end up scaling up to around 20,000 by the time I get my army outfit and ready to go. So first thing we need to do is we need to start getting some commanders to replace the ones we've lost in these, pretty much every one of our brigades. And you can see how low they are, so it's going to cost a lot to get them replaced. But, I mean, that's the reality of the situation. So I think we're going to throw Fry over here. Bring one of these units that has a few more men in it over to the other side. We're actually, where are we at here? We're at 11 right now, so we can add one more. I think we're going to add one more battery, just to have one artillery battery for each one of these units. I don't think I want a brigadier general in charge of them, though. Let's go Lieutenant Colonel.
Yes, sir.
And then let's see what kind of guns are available here. We've got more of these 12-pounder howitzers, so I think at least for the time being, that's what we'll build it with, knowing that I may change that at some point. I always like to go with the additional artillery, additional ammo, 50% boost to ammo as my first, my 1-star boost for all of my artillery units. Here, I think I'm going to go with tactical training, which is going to give a 50% rotation speed bonus, 25% cover, and 200% stealth. That's going to allow me, with these Napoleons, to be more efficient, more versatile with them up close when units are attacking. So these will be the 12 that I take in. We're not quite there with the Wolverines. Actually, I think if we went with a brigadier general, nope, still not quite there. So,
Sir, yes, sir.
We're not going to quite get to 2 stars, but I think at the very least we're going to see what we can do here about upgrading them. You know what? Before I do any of that, I did go ahead and spend my career points. I put them both into politics, so politics is up to 6 now. So just to let you know that. I guess let's go up to at least 1,200 for now with the veterans. And then I want to go ahead and start getting my named units, the Wolverines, Princess of Wales, Carol's Marauders, Fighting Finns, Ohio Outlaws. Let's get them all with some better weapons. Ohio Outlaws, I think we'll go with firearms course. And then again, we'll go to 12 for now. And then let's look at what other weapons we have available. We don't have a lot of anything, so no matter what I get, I'm going to have to pay for it. So I think what I'll do is I'll actually go ahead and get these units going and then see how much money I have left to upgrade my weapons. And I also might have some things I can sell in the process. So these guys, we'll keep them at 1 star, but we'll see how high we can go like that. While I'm thinking about it, we're going to go ahead and sell all these farmers. We are not going to be using any of those ever, if I can help it. We're starting to build up a little bit of some of these things, but I just don't have the money to be buying weapons I'm not using right now. So I think everything else we'll keep. We'll sell these sawed off because I'm not going to use those, but that's only 1,000. I really want to get some cavalry, but we probably won't get those until the next big battle. Princess of Wales, we're going to give them marksman training. They're going to be really, really super good with firearms now. But again, yes, not going to change that until the time comes here. We're going to keep these guys at 1 star. And it looks like we're going to get them pretty close to all the way. We'll go up to 2,000 with them. And I'm curious, while we're doing this, let's see if they are indeed scaling up. I expect them to go all the way up to 20,000. They are. They're up at almost 16 now. So they're going to outnumber me no matter what I do. There's nothing I can do about that. So Fighting Finns, we're going to keep them with the Lawrences, and that's going to get super expensive. But we're okay so far. I could spend some of my reputation points. I'm at 43 now. 10 would get me 2,000 Springfield 1855s. That's probably worth it. But we're not going to spend any more than that because that was only a 1 morale effect bonus. So it's not a huge deal to lose that 1. So let's get Ohio Outlaws with the Springfield 1855s, and then we're going to get them all the way up to 2,000. So there's that. Princess of Wales, same thing. How expensive is that going to get if we keep 1842s? Let's look at the others first. Carol's Marauders, I want them to be 2-star as well, so we're not going to do any rookies there. Now Reed, different story. I don't mind keeping him at 1 star. Saves me a little money that way. These guys, I don't want them to go down to 0 stars though. So it's only going to cost me 8,000 to go all veterans there. These guys, different story. They're rookies anyway. I'm going to make sure. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Oh boy, now we got 13 in that one. Oh well, that's the way it goes. 13 6-pounders there. We'll see how it goes. Princess of Wales. Okay. We need to change their guns out, but this is where it's going to get crazy expensive. Yeah, 74,000. Boy. We might have to sacrifice them going to 2 stars right now. Although they had 2,800 kills the last time, so they should be there. Wolverines aren't there yet, but they're super close. We're just going to keep them with the 1842s, and I think for the time being we're going to do the same with the Princess of Wales. We're just going to go back to the 1842s just to save the money that I've got there. That leaves the Fighting Finns, which they have Lawrences, but they're only 1 star. So, all right, so there we have it. We are maxed out on manpower. With all of our units, we've got 3 units of artillery, and that leaves me 7,500 and 2,400 men left, which will carry over to the next battle. So let's see where that puts us going into Secure River. All right, so they did go to 20,538. I've got 19,109 and 37 guns, but for the first time, some better weapons and more experience. So I feel pretty good going in with relatively even odds. I think this is going to bode well for me, even though I'm on the attack. So let's see how this goes. All right, so here we go, and we've got gunboats here, and we're just taking this objective right here. We've got this kind of tricky little hill situation here, so basically what I want to do is hold a part of my army down here with my guns, hopefully draw him out, and then we're going to send a few units up here to attack into the woods and see if we can't take that objective. So that's kind of the plan here, and I think what I'll do is, let's see, we'll go with these 4, let's say 5, and then we stick the rest of these guys up in here. I think Morin's got the 10-pounder, so we're going to back them up a little bit. You'll notice I don't have the mod installed. I'll remedy that for the next battle so you don't see what you normally see here. I had a virus on my computer, had to reinstall Windows, which means reinstalling the game. So I have all my saved games, but I don't have the mod installed for this one right now. So we'll have to fix that up. It also may mean that I also have to tweak the settings on my recording software a little bit. So there's a possibility this video is only in 720, not 1080. So I apologize ahead of time if that's the case. Wanted to try and get the video done and didn't have time to kind of sit there and tweak all of the settings as I went about it. So if that is the case, that'll definitely be corrected before the next fight. Let's get our Napoleons moved up. Actually, I'm going to send Adams this way. We're going to break off some skirmishers from the fighting Finns just to cover my flank a little bit. There's obviously somebody up in here because the gunboats are firing at them. They see something that I do not. I want to get some skirmishers going here up ahead of things. Okay, there we go. We got a 3-star and a 2-star, both with 3,000 men. Yeah, buddy. Okay, so maybe Adams, you are going to stay over here. And we're going to move our 6-pounders over there, too. He's got some guns there. Sounds like he's moving in my direction. It's a relatively small map, so pretty easy to navigate everything. What are those? Those are 12-pounders, okay. So I've got 12-pound howitzers, 6-pound howitzers, and Napoleons. And hello. I think we're actually going to go ahead and move these guys up and bring the Napoleons up too. Nice thing about skirmishers, they have a tendency to be able to get out there and make the enemy do silly things with his formations. I want to watch. These guys are kind of sitting tight right now. Alright, we routed Anderson, a 3-star unit. That's kind of interesting. Here comes Gibson. So an hour and 43, not a lot of time on this battle. We're going to go ahead and get these other units moved up. So we've got 3 units firing on these guys, but Reed is taking a little bit of a beating right now. We're going to send the others up around. We're going to get these Napoleons and these 12-pound howitzers into position here in a minute. Get my general over here. Alright, we routed Gibson. So it's nice when we start to finally be able to hold our own against some of these units, even though they're still bigger than me. But definitely a big difference over what we've been experiencing. Phelps a little further over. We're taking some fire, some major fire now from his artillery, so I want to be careful there. He's got over 20,000 men, so I'm not entirely sure where the rest of them are yet. Alright, looks like we just lost Phelps. He was taking some shots from that artillery, so I want to move up and deal with that artillery if I can here. Jackson doesn't quite know what to do. I'm sure he's got more units up here though, but I don't see them. Not yet anyway. Actually, I have Carroll's Marauders fire on those guns. I want to try and drive those guns off so they don't do that to me too much more. Give Phelps a chance to get his morale back up. He's really just got the one unit here. I'm really surprised he doesn't have more of his army near the objective. Most of it must be up here. There's another unit. There's Anderson. Let's be careful here. And let's go ahead and move the guns up some more. At least 2 of these units of guns, not all of them. Come on, Jackson. You can't stay like this forever. Alright, Princess of Wales, they're getting in range of Anderson now, so we gotta be a little careful. There we go. Alright, let's push through. I'm actually gonna move these guys around here. And I want to be able to get multiple brigades firing on Anderson now. I just want to get my guns on him. He's making it easy for me because even though he outnumbers me, he is not fighting like an army with the numerical advantage at all. Although there is another unit. And we gotta be careful here. I don't want Princess of Wales taking too much fire without me being able to even the odds somewhat. Alright, here comes another unit into the fray. Let's get the fighting Finns up here. Let's get these guns up here. Let's make sure everybody's close to supply. Really not sure where Chalmers is going over there. 58 minutes to go. We're in sight of the objective now. Get a little more around Anderson if I can. I'm going to drive off those guns again. Okay, now we're forcing him out into the open a little more. And we're getting these 6-pounders in position. Alright, I knew he had to have cavalry somewhere. I wondered about that. Oh man, my poor skirmishers. So let's pull the skirmishers back. Ohio Outlaws just got routed. They were getting ganged up on. He's about to send Gladden in as well. We gotta be a little careful here. Oh, he's gonna send the house actually. So we're gonna pull back as much as possible. Now that the guns are pulling back, I can pull the fighting Finns back as well. We secured the objective. There's not a whole lot to be gained, but continuing to press the attack on this side, I really didn't want to anyway. So I'm actually going to pull back a little further. I hear his cavalry, I just don't see his cavalry. I don't like the fact that I'm out in the open over here and he's in the woods, but it's kind of how things are at the moment. I'm going to fire right into these guys' flanks, though. And I can sit tight right where I am. Just lost Peckham on that side. But the battle's nearly over, so that's the good news. He's going to try to push back in and get this objective back. Send Phelps over there. Oh, victory. As soon as the timer ticked down, that was the end of it. So there you have it. So infantry was fairly even. He had about 400 more than me, but he had more cavalry and a little everything. So casualties in my favor. We also took out 12 of his guns. So that was pretty good. I probably could have gone better. I didn't do the best on my left side there, but kept casualties low, lower than what I'm gaining. So that's the key there, is that I'm going to net troops from that battle, though I certainly want to continue to do that. So we'll see where things stand now. Those cavalry guys had Colt 1855, so they were pretty well armed. All right, so I think we're probably okay not to go army organization quite yet. I want to look ahead, though. I want to be thinking about where we go from here. Seven Pines, we only take 6 brigades into. Rendezvous will be after that, and let's see how many we take there. All right, so that one we're only going to take 8. So we really don't need a lot of brigades for each of the next 2 battles. So if I do need more points in army organization, I can use them after those battles. Gaines Mill is the key. That's where I may or may not need it, depending on the situation. He's got 48,000 men there, but I'm defending, which will be nice. And I can take a total of 30 brigades, which right now I can't have that many, though I may not be able to build that many anyway. So the bottom line is I don't need army organization yet. So I think we'll hold off until the next battle. When we get refit and ready for the next fight, I'll worry about my career point then. As always, let me know your thoughts. Is there something you think I might have or should have done differently in that one? Use the comment section below. And as always, I appreciate your input. And thanks a lot. And we'll see you again in a couple of days with the next battle.